Africa is now feeling the after effects of tropical cyclone Eloise. Wet weather has hit several provinces. The Kruger National Park has had to close the Croc Bridge Gate due to overflowing rivers. Flood warnings have been issued. Now, in Mozambique, where the cyclone has destroyed schools and crops, Eloise has also caused heavy rainfall in Zimbabwe and Eswatini. Now, for the latest on the Kruger National Park, we're joined by spokesperson Ike Phaahla. Ike, good morning to you. I'm sure you've been really having a lot of feedback from the ground, what's been happening there. We've seen some of the pictures that you've sent to us this morning showing flooded Croc River. How bad is the situation in the Kruger Park?
Good morning to you, Dan, and thank you very much for the opportunity. Well, it has been a sleepless night for the colleagues down in the Kruger National Park as they continuously monitored the river levels. The disaster management teams are still on high alert after heavy downpours last night. Stolsneck, Lower Sabis, Kukuza, Crocodile Bridge, as you mentioned, and Malelane are being monitored closely, because they received between 78 and 160 millimeters overnight. There is no imminent danger to life at present, but the situation could change in minutes. As you know that there is an influence from the river flow upstream. So Graskop and Sabi are expecting more rains and the situation could change in minutes, but we are monitoring that. We just a reminder that we evacuated bushveld camps on Friday, because we wanted to be more proactive. And it was a good call to evacuate those because they are now inaccessible. And the Punda Road to Shingwetsi was closed yesterday, but the good news is that it is now open because the water has subsided. So in the north, they are assessing the damage, if there are any damages, and the water is subsiding significantly. But in the south, there is still more rain that is expected.
So while we are busy assessing the damage, parts of the northern Kruger remain closed this morning?
They are now open because the water is subsiding, but the main camps, your Shingwetsi, Punda Maria, Letaba, and Olifants are open, and the road between Mopani and Palabura Gate is now open. Yesterday we closed it on precautionary measures, but now the water has subsided significantly for us to be able to direct traffic through that route. But as I said earlier, we are having people who are closely monitoring the levels of the river in all the regions in the Kruger National Park.
Yeah, in the visuals, some of which you sent us this morning, showing the Croc Bridge being flooded, we see the rivers are really, really overflowing. How are the southern parts of the Kruger?
Southern parts are the ones that are worrying us at present. Those are the ones that are being closely monitored. The South African Weather Service yesterday predicted that there would be a lot of rain in the Ehlanzeni region, and we lie just below that. And we are watching that closely so that if there is any danger, we can be able to evacuate people very quicker. The good thing about this is that we don't have too many people in the park at the present moment. Occupancies are very low because it's low season, so it's a manageable situation. But we also have our colleagues who live and work inside the Kruger National Park, especially in the south, and those are the ones that we are watching very closely. We have dedicated communication to them, and they know what to do in the event that they find themselves in imminent danger.
At the moment, that danger is being monitored. Rain-wise, have you got news? Has it stopped raining? We are getting the effect here, for instance, in parts of Gauteng with some winds overnight and some rain. Is it still raining in that part of South Africa?
It is still raining, but not significantly like at night. But we still have to monitor it closely then, because once the rivers were empty, they were not drying and flowing so strongly. So now that they are full, it will take just a few millimeters of significant rain to make them break the banks, and that's why we are watching it closely.
Are you confident finally that, according to your disaster management plan, the people who live and work in the southern part of the Kruger that we are monitoring will be assisted accordingly if the need arises? You say there's no danger as we speak, but you are monitoring the situation.
We're monitoring it closely. We have our air wing services who are on standby. Our disaster management are on standby as well at the airport. And we do have river monitors. Remember, we have been here before. So we have the signs, we have the markers where we see if we go past this mark at the Sabi River or any other river, then we know that we have to start evacuating. So we give ourselves close to about 4 to 6 hours to evacuate people safely.
Okay, finally, Ike, before I let you go, I need to ask you this. Of course, the Kruger National Park, we go there, we visit there because of the animals. And we've been talking about people quite correctly. So the situation, from what you know currently, how bad has this affected the animals, the wildlife of the Kruger? The Kruger, after all, is famous globally for its wildlife.
From previous experiences, we've observed that animals do tend to move away from danger. There is going to be a flyover today, and we will get a report at around 11 o'clock, but we haven't seen any significant number of carcasses that we have been picked up by our rangers currently. But there's going to be a flyover by the colleagues, and they will give us a report back. We don't expect that there will be many animals that will have been caught in the storm.
Thank you very much. Ike Phaahla speaking on behalf of the South African National Parks Service there, telling us about the situation in the Kruger National Park. They're monitoring the swelling rivers, particularly this morning in the southern parts of the Kruger. So far